All right, what do we got? We got Valorant skins are a scam. Oh boy, who could have thunk it?
I think it's finally about time we talked about the elephant in the room.
Oh,
Valorant skins are kind of a scam. They're
oh,
way too damn expensive, are given to us basically unfinished, and even predatory.
so Valorant is a free-to-play game. How do you expect them to maintain the day-to-day costs of keeping the servers and the game active if you can't figure out some sort of, at least a middle ground for a monetization model for a free-to-play game?
So how, despite everyone knowing this, is Riot getting away with it?
Are they a scam? Ooh.
All right, before we jump into it, we have another merch drop. Let's have a look.
Let's get one thing straight. You are the best f***ing gamer on planet Earth.
It's me.
And I think it's time you started dressing the part. Shift walking is for cowards. Smash that W key and check out the Score Esports Drop 2, available now.
If you like the look of that, check the link in the description below.
All right.
The world of in-game cosmetics is a bit of a weird one. Despite us constantly complaining how every item is locked behind a paywall or some sort of randomized loot box, we can't help ourselves but throw money at them. The truth is, no matter the title, most
I'll say this. When you're a young kid, you are more susceptible to fall victim to the monetization, not schemes, monetization models of your favorite games or your favorite live service games monetization model. All right. So I had my little era in Apex where I bought a lot of Apex skins. I bought a lot of Apex loot boxes, heirlooms, and so on and so forth. I think altogether I spent somewhere between maybe and this is kind of embarrassing to say, somewhere between $2,000 and $4,000 of real money to just buy skins, buy heirlooms. You know, I was under the assumption, ooh, if I get good enough in Apex, maybe one day I can make a business out of it. I can write all these off as tax write-offs and so on and so forth. And I was a little delulu. So I have had my, like, I'm not above any of this. To this day, I regret every single dollar I spent in Apex because it wasn't necessary at all. Like, you could make the argument that, oh, some skins are pay to win, and it, you know, makes it so you have like a skinnier gun model. Yeah, I can kind of buy that, but for the most part, 99% of the skins for the character or the gun or the charms or the stickers or the heirlooms or the emotes, all of those are not necessary just to the game. Well, they don't really improve the player's experience, in my own opinion. At the time, I thought it did. But it's kind of weird because because the game is first person, you don't see your own skin. If somebody else has, if your game has an environment of free to play, buy the $20 skins, then you're gonna get to see everybody else's skin. But the only thing you get to see off your own character is the gloves. At least in Apex. I don't remember. If you look down, can you see your feet and your legs in Apex? I don't really remember that. But the long and short of it is, I spent a lot of money in Apex. I regret it now. And yeah, but let's just keep watching.
Most of us capital G gamers are absolute freaks when it comes to our precious cosmetics.
Yeah.
We're back to normal.
This guy is in his mid-20s. I don't know who this is. Or maybe maybe mid to late 20s, early 30s. I don't know. But to get this excited over a PlayStation 1 level hat, this is insane to me. So, if I was younger and I was stupider, I probably would have acted like this. But me now at 34, there is no possible way that you could get me to react like this to gambling and getting a good skin in a game, especially if this thing looks like it's on the PS1.
Scorching flames! That's the effect! That's the effect! Oh! Oh!
What game is this? Bro, can someone get this guy an inhaler or something?
That being said, as fanatical as we can often be, spend just a little bit of time in the Valorant community and you'll notice that they're just a little bit different about their skins. In fact, they're just a little bit different, period.
How?
On one hand, Valorant has been able to grow this massive community that's as inclusive as it is diverse, which is insanely important for the future of competitive gaming. On the other hand, there's shit like this.
For every kill you get, I'll give you an ooh.
All right, bet.
Okay, so you can only get away with this in Valorant. I think in Valorant, there is something like out of 100% of the player base, about 30 to 40% of the player base is female. Compared to Counter-Strike, where it is, I don't know, maybe less than 1%, probably 1 to 5% female. Almost nothing. All right? That there's a laundry list of things why that is, but yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so nervous. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Listen, Counter-Strike, Apex, Overwatch, every community has its own quirks, but there's just something about Valorant that brings out the weirdness in us. That, of course, extends to the passion for cosmetics. Case in point, this recent Reddit post where a user asked what knives in the game could be used to spell out the word feet when slashing an object, because of course that's something you need to know. Or how about the fact that teammates will legitimately ask you to drop skins so that they can play with them?
Okay, that's weird. So in Apex, that was kind of a thing with the pay-to-win skins, and it's understandable when you just have like an iron sight gun, and it's like, hey, just give me the good skin. You know, it's like, okay, no problem. You hit the little skin button, and then you trade all that shit, and it's like there's some sort of in-game benefit to like skinning the gun. But the moment you put a sight on it, like a 1X or anything really, that goes out the door. So there is a very small, reasonable thing to do it in Apex. Valorant, I don't know if there are actually pay-to-win skins in Valorant. There's nothing that would lead me to believe so. I mean, I don't really play Valorant, but yeah, that is actually weird if you just want to have your gun skinned by someone and you just want to play with the gun. You just want to play with the skin. That's weird to me.
Coming from Counter-Strike, this...
You know what that kind of reminds me of? It's like... Here, maybe it's not so crazy. Let me think. Let's say you have a group of friends. Most of the friends in the group are like lower class or middle class. But all of a sudden, let's just say one friend wins the lotto. All right? The one friend goes off. He's crazy. He goes off and buys a bunch of random ass things. He buys a house, buys some Lambos. And then every once in a while, he'll pull up to like his friend's house or whatever in the Lambo. All right? So the other friends want to be like, "Oh, let me drive the Lambo. Oh, yeah. And then he just lets them. I can understand it from that perspective. And that's about it. Because it's like, oh, not every day you get to like sit in a Lambo or let alone drive a Lambo. maybe it's kind of like that, I would imagine. But that is pushing it as an example for me. That is about the only thing that I can kind of get out of it.
This was pretty bizarre to me. Sure, sometimes people will ask to have a look at your skins, but it's usually out of pure curiosity or even admiration. Sure,
Yeah.
I would love to hold a 661 blue gem with 4 Titan hollows, but
Yeah, but why though? At least with a Lamborghini, you can say, like, I sat in one, I drove it around. It's like you get, like, you have all your senses involved. You get, like, tactile, smell, feel, sight. What else am I missing? I'm probably missing one. I don't know. But when you just skin a gun and you get to play with it, it's like, it doesn't do anything, though. There's no, like, power gain from the skin. All right? So, in that, I don't understand it.
I'm not about to start begging for it every round because it's theirs, not mine.
Yeah.
Now, if you look online, you will see plenty of posts from people complaining about this trend. Some going so far as to claim that teammates have thrown games for not getting skins dropped.
Oh my god, I give zero fucks about how much you're fragging in regards to how willing I am to drop skins. Will gladly drop for a 0, 22, and 5 dude who asked politely over the 26 and 1 and 10 Reyna, who sounds like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. It's edit. It seems I have been accidentally ambiguous with this post. I'm talking about dropping skins in game, not actually buying bundles for people. LOL. Jesus, this tiny rant I made sure did blow up. Oh, and it got about 4.8k updates. That is so funny. Let's see. Right here. I have met some players who are willing to throw the game if they don't get skins. And this post, I got like about 2,000 updates. Holy crap. That's insane. Throwing a game because you didn't get a skin on your gun, that sounds like one of the most petty things that you could ever do. That's hilarious to me.
Up for them. Don't get me wrong, Counter-Strike trolls will throw a fucking match over the smallest of inconveniences.
Oh yeah.
But they would never stoop this low. That could be because
Oh yeah. CSGO bros or CS2 bros, they will throw a game because you didn't throw the smoke or the flash nade the correct way, and it caused them to die. So you're like literally placing your reticle in the correct spot in lobbing a nade the right way will dictate whether or not people will throw their shit. That's funny to me.
Counter-Strike skins are just a lot more personal in comparison to Valorant. Whether it's the pattern, the wear, the float, or the stickers you put on it, there's so much that goes into deciding.
Oh, don't give me this bullshit. Bro, the main difference between Valorant and CS skins is with Counter-Strike, there is an entire economy based around Counter-Strike skins and buying and trading and selling and gambling for the skins. All right. At least, the video is called Valorant skins are a scam. Bro, the video should have been called Counter-Strike skins are a scam. All right. At least Valorant doesn't have an entire economy based around buying, selling, and gambling with their Valorant skins. And for some of these tournaments in Counter-Strike, there are advertisements for sites that endorse gambling. All right. And first and foremost, Counter-Strike is a video game. And video games are generally sold toward, or they're marketed towards a younger audience. All right. Why are you trying to get your audience that is based around kids interested in gambling so they can find it more acceptable to gamble? That's absolutely crazy to me. And don't give me this bullshit with, oh, bro, the most egregious example of skins, of a lot of effort going into skins is, what was that, like, the Overwatch skin, like the Genji Mythic skin or Legendary? I don't know. where some dude made a post and they said it takes a year to make this skin for like the Genji Mythic skin or whatever. Get the fuck out of here, dude. That is so ridiculous. And then you want to come over here in CS and say, oh, so much time and effort goes into this little thing. All right. Hey, did that $10,000 Counter-Strike skin with the wear and all this bullshit, did it take a year to make? Like the Genji skin, which is like, I don't know how much it is. Like, what, like $200? Or was it like $500? I don't even remember. All right. And then you could compare that against heirlooms in Apex. Heirlooms have about a $500 cost, and every 500 loot boxes you get, you will get an heirloom. All right. There's like a built-in pity timer. You could get it like halfway through, like at 250, or like, oh, maybe you got it like lucky number 10 for the box or whatever. Do you think it takes a year to make an heirloom for Apex? No, it doesn't.
Deciding what type of skin you want in Counter-Strike, and every factor just makes it more personalized. With Valorant, it sometimes feels like people want skins just for the sake of wanting them.
Nah, the Reaver's dog shit, dude. Reaver is straight dog.
Bro.
Lens uses that op?
Oh my god. Now, is this the is this the economy for Valorant? As long as my favorite pro player uses that skin, the stonks on that skin go up? Is that what it is? Oh my god, I need that skin because my favorite pro player used that skin. Oh my god, you're getting people like invested in the wrong thing of your game, my man. This is insane. Oh my god.
Okay, why don't you say that in the first place?
Now, this isn't just me shitting on Valorant skins for the hell of it, because
it's easy.
In fact, most of them are very cool. Sure, some are a little repetitive.
Who gives a shit if they're cool or not? You can buy them with your money. All right? This is just another grim reminder that you don't have any money. And when you see some other player flexing their skins, their gun skins, their character skins in a game, it's just another grim reminder that there is no immersion, and you're still poor. You're still a broke boy. All right? That's what it is.
And others aren't for me, but Valorant skins are usually really creative and can do things that other games just can't. Which is why it's such a shame that they're kind of a scam. Now, I know what you're saying. Devin, all cosmetics are scams. And yes, big true, but
there are a couple cosmetics that are not scams, and they actually do a good job of investing the player, or trying to get the player to play the game more in order to get that skin. And those are skins that are gotten from a certain challenge in the game where you don't have to spend money. You simply gain the skin from either like a time investment thing, like you put enough time into it, you get the skin, you get the mount, you get the gun skin, you get the character skin. All right? Or you have to complete some hard ass challenge in the game. Beat the game on super giga try hard mode where you only get one life. And if you beat the game with one life, then you get like some crazy cool ass skin that transforms and it goes like fire. It's Super Saiyan. And oh my god, I'm so cool. That guy, look at that guy. Remember, was it in like one of the Halos? There was like the Hayabusa helmet. And it's when Halo and Ninja Gaiden did like a little crossover thing. I forgot if that skin was bought in like with real money, or if you had to get that helmet from like a challenge, like beat the game on Legendary and you got the high boost thing, or I forgot if it was get like some level in ranked and then you can unlock that helmet. All right. I think that those skins are worth it and are not a scam, and those skins get the player invested into playing and getting better at the game. All right. I think that's really cool.
There is a certain amount of shadiness that comes with Valorant. For starters, they are expensive as fuck. For a premium bundle, it's almost like $100 Canadian.
Damn.
And to make matters worse, you can't even just buy the exact amount of in-game currency you need to buy them. So you're usually forced to purchase more than you actually need. Yes, there are certain skins in Counter-Strike that cost about $1 billion that 99.99% of the player base won't ever be able to use.
And that's actually hilarious to me, because that is simply just gamble for a long enough time and you will eventually get it. That's hilarious to me. The mechanic of gambling for something doesn't benefit the player at all. It's actually ridiculous to me. If you want to have like a crazy cool looking skin, at least have the decency to just put it up so that you can just straight up buy it with like a price tag right there. Boom, you want the skin? $500. Boom, you want this skin? $1,000. I don't think I've ever heard of like a developer of any free-to-play, live service game doing that. I think the only thing I've heard of a developer that does that with those ridiculous amounts of prices is I think it's Star Citizen, and it's whenever they sell, like, I think I saw like an $1,800 ship being sold, or like some bundle or whatever the fuck. That is like the highest amount I've ever seen. All right. Star Citizen. Buy a ship. You want the big ass ship? It'll cost you $1,800. All right. Now let's look at the FPS genre, the live service FPS multiplayer genre. All right. What's the highest thing you've ever seen in a store? I have no idea like how expensive that Genji skin was. I don't know if the price tag was right there. I don't know, like there's like some Valorant bundles or like you said, like $100. It's like pennies, dude. Compared to that $1,800 ship that the guy has enough balls to just be like, yo, you want this big ass ship? 1,800. All right. You don't imagine how expensive or imagine how the perceived value of that ship would go up way more if Star Citizen had a gambling mechanic / loot box mechanic in it. That $1,800 ship and whatever like drop chance he would like put on it could go up not linearly, exponentially. All right. That $1,800 ship could turn easily into a $18,000 ship. Okay. Very easy.
But at the same time, Counter-Strike also has really good skins that are just a couple bucks, even sometimes cents. And you can make them even better by...
Yeah, but those are all the broke boy skins that nobody wants. Those are like the peasant skins. Nobody wants those.
Adding stickers. And I know it gets said all the time, but it bears repeating, you can always resell your items.
If Valorant had any balls, they would come out with like some sticker pack or whatever, and they would make it like $500. All right? They can add like a little animation to it, make it gold, make it sparkle, it's platinum. Ooh, maybe the sticker has like a little animation where it's like, it jumps out at you in like a 3D thing off your gun. Woo! If Valorant had any balls, they would do that.
In Valorant, everything just feels overpriced, and that is made even worse by the fact that you don't even get the full product when you buy it. So you pay almost $100 for a premium bundle.
Yeah.
But then all of the color variations and animations that are associated with that bundle are locked behind yet another type of currency.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I didn't know that, dude. There's like a gun skin currency, a gun animation currency, and what was the other thing he said? And a color variant currency? Oh my god. I've never heard of that.
How do you get that second type of currency? Well, you either grind it out of the battle pass, most of which is locked behind the paid version of it, or you buy it outright. What makes this even more insane is that Riot already prices these skins based on how involved they are. Skins that have animations, sound effects, or other variants are placed in a higher tier by Riot. So why the fuck do I then have to spend even more money once I already paid extra for it?
Because those things are not meant for the average player. Those things are meant for the whale type of player. All right? It only takes about I don't know, less than 5% of the player base that classify themselves as whales to buy like everything in the store when it comes out on day one. It only takes less than 5% of the player base to whale out on those things for the game company, your favorite game company, to support itself for that month or that 2 or 3 month stint for the season or whatever. It only takes like a very small percentage of players to support the game for the game to remain free to play for everybody else, for the 90% of players.
Hell, even if you had a skin that you wanted and were willing to spend the money on, good luck. Because Valorant decided that it also needed to be a gacha game where you need to check back into your shop daily to see what...
Yeah, but Valorant is not a gacha game, as far as my knowledge. Whenever you buy, like, whatever this thing is, whatever that thing is, if you buy any of these, there is no intrinsic power gain from having these skins on your gun. It's not like you buy this skin and you do more damage. All right, Valorant is not that type of game.
When your item pops up. And listen, I'm not just complaining for the sake of it because I'm coming from Counter-Strike. Some of the most outspoken voices on this topic are people that have been in the community since day one. The price of skins...
Bro, I don't know why this dude is so pissed that you can just outright buy skins for a set price, where in Counter-Strike, you have to gamble, which is worse. So I have no idea where this hatred is coming from. If you want the skin, it's right there. There's no like little, oh my god, I got it. There is none of that in Valorant, to my knowledge.
Skins, the Radianite system, the rotating shop, every other post about this...
Oh yeah, every time there's a shop in like a free-to-play game, you know, it's there for like a week or a month or whatever, and it's there to give you the FOMO, the fear of missing out. Oh, the skin is here for a week. You better hurry up and buy it, because you don't want to seem like a loser with your friend group. All right, do you have all the latest, coolest skins? Oh, do you? Oh no, you don't. You're just a default Andy. Oh, you're a peasant. Get out of here, peasant.
Game is discussing these problems, and it's been like this since launch. But that also means if people have been complaining for this long, things are likely not going to change. The unfortunate truth is that whatever Riot is doing is working. And the same story goes for basically every other game that does similar shit like this.
Yep.
It would take nothing short of a revolution to actually change things. And at the rate people buy...
I don't think things are going to change, all right? Because there is no other monetization model that free-to-play live service games can sustain on. You know, I don't know exactly what the overhead cost is for a lot of these live service games. I would imagine it depending on how popular the game is. Like, I would imagine the more popular your live service game is, you know, there's a little more overhead, and then the less popular it is, it's like a little bit less overhead, something like that. But I can't imagine it being cheap to run these like live service games every day.
Skins, I wouldn't hold my breath. That being said, all of these issues we discussed have been having an effect on my personal enjoyment with Valorant, and that's what I'm going to leave you with today.
Really? Bro, I have never had my experience ruined in any shooting game because skins. That has never been an issue for me. Even when I was playing like in the heat of it in Apex, I have never been like, oh, that guy's got a better skin and he's shooting at me, I might as well die. That has never happened to me. That thought has never crossed my mind. But maybe this is becoming more of a thing in modern gaming. So I guess this is worth like following up on, maybe, just to see, like, you know, just to take the temperature on everything.
I am a man of simple pleasures. I like Westerns. So when the Neo Frontier skin bundle came out, I thought to myself, hey, I might finally buy something. Unfortunately for me, this was at the tail end of it being released, and by the time I logged in, it was gone. And I shit you not, I actually stopped playing for a while because of this. And to this day, I get a little salty about it and think, why am I grinding if I don't have the skins I want?
A question like that really makes you think about why you even play the game in the first place. Do you play the game to look cool? Because if that's the case, there are other games that facilitate that goal better than Valorant. But if you're trying to play the game to get better at the game, well then I think Valorant's a pretty good game. You know, it's pretty skillful. You know, I mean, I don't play it because like whatever reason, but it's a pretty skillful game.
What more is there to this game? And it got me thinking about it.
What's really crazy is this guy doesn't even ask the question of, I want to try to just get better at the game. I'm pretty sure he doesn't associate like more expensive skins with more skill. I would hope that's not like his logic, but it's kind of sad to think that this crosses people's heads. Like this thought crosses people's minds. And it's like you're trying to choose your favorite like live service game. And the first thing is not how skillful, how good can I get in this game? It's look at the store. What kind of skins are in the store? I can't play the game on day one unless I have a skin on. That's insane to me.
A few things. First, if skins have this big of an effect on my psyche, maybe I should seek professional help. But more broadly, as fucked up as this entire cosmetic industry is, are expensive ass skins better than none at all?
Yes, expensive ass skins are better because when you have an expensive ass skin, that means you do not have to gamble for it, like in Counter-Strike. All right? If you really like your favorite live service game and you feel like that game is good enough to support, you can directly support them with the $1 skin, the $5 skin, the $10 skin, the $50 skin, you know, $50 for blue, you know? If you want to support your game with the $100 platinum package, be my guest. That is your money. I do not control you. You are a person. You have your own agency. Spend your money how you want and support your game developer however you want. But what I don't agree with is the gambling mechanic of obtaining skins. That is really shitty.
My only like you kids these days.
Oh, it's a good Fortnite skin, dog.
Is like the old, like how skins used to be and how actually like lucky we kind of have it. Like yeah, shit's super expensive now. But back in like the Nexon days of like MapleStory, when you would like get your parents' credit card and put in those wacky numbers, and like you would get a.
I mean, whenever I got my parents' credit card, it's not like I was, like I put the credit card in. It's not like there was like any money in it really. You know, maybe if you were lucky enough to have like parents that had money. But me, I never had like parents that had a lot of money. So if I ever, you know, tried to sneak the credit card, like I would just get got instantly.
A bamboo hat in MapleStory, but you would only get it for 30 days. And then you'd have to buy it again.
Oh, that is giga shady, dude. That is at like ultra shade. Holy shit. I didn't know MapleStory was that like shameless.
That was all the items were just on like cooldowns basically.
Oh, that's crazy. That was a good video. I liked it. You know, it's always fun to examine monetization schemes in video games to see how much, you know, how scammy they are, whether people like it, whether people don't like it, so on and so forth, how it affects the in-game economy, the community, what everybody thinks about it. I think this video is fine. It is good. And, you know, maybe if somebody else makes another video like this, I'll check in on that one. But, yeah. Good stuff, man. Keep it up. And I want to see more. But that's pretty much it for me, all right? So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.